We're going. We're going. All right. It was just a little bit of inconvenience. I supposed to start 3:30, 4:30 New York, by 1:30 p.m. in Spain, 10:30 a.m. But I got a little bit of delayed, so I know I put a video there. So welcome back to the video. I'm here and I'm not active. I just started other streams from other platforms that's supposed to be streaming as of now. I'm on TikTok too, and perhaps eventually, I don't know if I'm gonna get kicked out from there, from that platform. Certain things that nobody will tell you or try to be not saying lot of words that I shouldn't say, but I know it's needed to say them because it just how it's supposed to be, especially in this era where things are totally different. A lot of guys they don't understand what's going on in this common normal society that we all are living. So I'm starting with these lives. I actually am in another place right now. So I'm trying to make sure everything is getting streamed the way that it's supposed to be. If you hear loud and clear, it ducks. Okay. All right. So I guess I'm gonna touch this, guys. I don't want you to hear all that. It's annoying. So I've got the microphones next to me from different platforms. And I wanted to make sure that you are having um next. I'm trying to develop way more these lives and the way it's gonna be. I'm just at the moment I just by myself because fortunately I'm working all the time. I know you're eventually gonna see this. These lights are very annoying. That's why I'm gonna start wearing these sunglasses indoor, and I just don't mind to show up and gather with you, everybody. I'm starting to see a bunch of things that is very required to understand the situation that we're currently going on. I mean, if you are a youngster and you understand that you have things to do and nobody will come and save you because I've been saying in other previous videos, nobody will come and save your ass. Am I clear? I don't know if I have to do a yeah. I'm reading some. Nobody will come and try to save your ass. I mean, I post a picture with the live. I'm gonna try to share this live to a bunch of people. First of all, if you don't know what's going on, you need to pay close attention, ladies and gentlemen, because we are in a crucial moment where, and I'm not here to try to scare you and stuff. I'm on different platforms, so I have the lights with. They are very 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 annoying. I know you guys try to understand certain aspects of what is going on, but like I've been saying, you need to start chasing your money back. I'm not kidding. It's something that you need to start seriously. If you're a 20, 30 year old or 40, I also seen people that are very old and they are doing it. People are not paying attention. They're getting too distracted, too comfortable. So, and I have bunch of people that they've been telling me, why are you, why me, a dealer? Why are you investing your time trying to convince people to start focusing to? And I'm just gathering with you with these phrases or words that you perhaps is going to be kind of boring, but it's not. It's not boring. It's something that you need to pay attention. First of all, if you remember what's been happening in 2020, we all know what's been happening. What has been going on. most of the people, they got in fear, a state of fear, where they couldn't even understand themselves, and they couldn't even understand what was going on with the society. I mean, and there's a lot of people. If you research, there's some disclosures in there. Is these information is to the public, is in the public. I'm not making this up. I've learned it hard way too. I think you've been learning hard way, and a lot of people use like it was just not. It was just not something that was not quite framing. So, in my perspective, like I explained before, we are stepping into a age of technology that nobody is just like concerning. They're not understanding because distractions are everywhere. You can even open a door and you can see something that is just advertising themselves. So you go, and at the end point you're gonna get money spent there. You go out to the store, or you go somewhere else, and then money is just gone. Money is gonna be gone. However, I'm just kind of tuck in this. However, money is gonna be gone without you knowing it. Somebody already sold you something, and even doing the commercial, the advertisement, people are appearing out of the sun like ghosts. Like they appear and they're offering you something, and at the end point they end up being gurus. They first offer you a webinar, a class, a master event that is just kind of for free, but at the end point it's just not free. And it's an instance that they make you travel nationwide, because I've seen it. Guys, I'm telling you, I'm not here to offer you something. Okay, I've been around. I'm not. I never been in tough situations like some situations that put in my life at risk. But in somehow I've been through hardship. Right, so I made it. I made it happen. I'm so thankful for having what I have. Thank God. Thank all the people that have screwed me up. Thank everybody. I thank everything. Everything that was fantastic in my path. And not everybody is the same path as me or you. You need to start paying attention, buddies. Out there, you guys. Because there's gonna be some people that are gonna, as soon as you start making money and start sharing everything you're doing, they're not gonna see you the same way. Seriously, your life will change. And then I saw a video that it was sent to me from somebody I know. Somebody who made bunch of. I mean, he's wealthy, and then he start trying to convince people that making money will destroy your life. How is that, Joe? Joe? You're all about to get cooked if you do not pay attention, bro. Like I'm seriously straight up telling you. I might look like I have nothing to brag. I have nothing to flex. I'm just a normal person. I do normal things, but I'm trying to make you understand, in certain. If you're not paying attention, I'm trying to help you. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm not here. I'm not here to sell you something. Like I said, I think I have some showcase in TikTok or something. If you want to take a look, I just don't care, man. I've been even posting for a while. You can read all the statistics of it. So, however, getting surrounded by the wrong people is gonna detour you from what your goal that is just like a fire that is inside yourself. Something that you truly want and amaze. Something that you cannot even explain, but you go into bed thinking wrong, thinking that everybody just pointing at you, and it's not true. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm 34-year old, and I own companies, not just one, multiple, multiple companies, and I just look like okay. Nothing made me special. I just want to clarify here. All I do is work. I have people inviting me to go parties, and I just don't want. I have no time for that. I'm just grinding. It's 4 a.m. New York, 5 a.m. New York, 4 a.m. Chicago. You know, in other areas in the world, and I know people are gonna start seeing this eventually from my network. I have a big team, so I'm I'm trying to do this on my own, which is kind of something new for me because I have the time to do it, and I just want to share that time to kind of open your eyes what's wide out. Okay, you see what's going on out there. What you're trying to avoid is just go to these places, trying to get involved with some riot bullshit that is going on. Because we're getting into a transition where there's gonna be two bands: the rich people and the poor people. I'm seriously telling you, you know. And plus, we have artificial intelligence stepping in. It's going to stay. I just want to remark that it's going to stay. And I'm going to explain you why. So, artificial intelligence, I just started. I don't know when to start developing. I haven't even done my research because I just finished working. But I'm gonna tell you, out of the sudden, after the pandemic, start to step in, and you're gonna get your own conclusion in your own time. Out of the sudden, I start seeing artificial AI, ChatGPT, like, so it's something new that everybody's trying to normalize. But some of my buddies said that, um, and it's in public, it's out there in for the public. AI was developed by a Chinese company. I don't know. I haven't even looked. I'm not saying that or assuming, but understand that a platform like TikTok, which I'm here in TikTok, this one right here, was developing systems based on facial recognition using all these biometrics used to keep them out there. As far as I heard, you get me wrong. And there are some contracts going on in the Western world. Yeah, from, well, here in America, to have old people biometrics and trying to verify because as you've been seeing and noticing, most of the applications are trying to ask you to verify yourself. You gonna get me wrong with this? Yes or no? Most of the apps that you have in your mobile device, this is asking you to verify yourself. I mean, of course, you're gonna verify yourself. You're monetizing. I'm monetizing nothing from here. I'm just putting it out there. He's been developing a lot more information than is getting from your biometrics. And be aware, and this is a couple things that I just screwed because I put a couple pictures of myself when I'm asking to some prompts in AI with AI technology. Suddenly, a platform called Facebook asked to start introducing to your search um, the Meta AI. Because first it was Meta company and then Meta AI in your tab bar search or whatever. If you open Instagram, you're gonna have automatically artificial intelligence in the search. And I noticed it. I didn't believe it when I started pulling it up. Like, whoa, that's Meta AI. Like, bro, what? What? I mean, who's getting the option if I want to use it or not? It's there. It's planted. It's there forever. It's not going nowhere. The other problem with the AI is that out of the speed of light, companies have started to developing robots that first of all we're starting to seeing them, and I just want you to get your eyes wide open with this. You know, We started seeing robots with wheels, like Wally type of thing, developing food. I mean, delivering food, and at the times that we kind of adapted as a normal thing. We adapted as some normal matter in society, and we didn't understand. Look, I'm trying to not cuss it here because I don't want to get banned from these other two platforms. I think YouTube is just gonna cancel this video. I don't know, TikTok perhaps. However, and I started asking myself like, what is going on? This stuff is just stepping in. It's not going nowhere. It's not gonna go nowhere. Then we start seeing the Grook and X. Yo, it's coming. If you are thinking, if you are thinking that everything's okay and you can go and sit down and have a nice bowl of Cheetos, cheating to yourself, validating your soul as a normal anxious being living on the blue world, guess what? Nothing is going to come and save you. My friend, me, I am trying to tell you that things are going to stay the way they're supposed to, and like I said, it's gonna be too bad. Look at it. I'm just trying to gather with you, man. You know, it's early in the morning now in America, but I'm here because I recently, and everybody knows, recently we saw that UK started to implement the virtual ID and all that. I mean, I don't know if you have some of the chats. I'm seeing some people in chats. Let's see the chat over here. I mean, you might see like just kind of swinging. No, but we saw what happened in United Kingdom. You know, when if you want to work in the United Kingdom, you need to comply with the virtual ID. Blah, bruh. Yo, seriously, guys, you need to start chasing your money bags now. You need to get rich now. You need to stop eating Cheetos now. You need to stop working out now, bro. And I give it myself. It's gonna start transitioning in like next year or 2 years. You need to build urgency, bro. And I heard it from other influencers, bro. You know, these people they know stuff. I know stuff. I know stuff. If you broke up with your girl, just let her go, bro. You know, she's gonna have a good life after you're not. You're not gonna have a good life if you're a man. If she's pretty and she's young and she's doing whatever she wants, like she wants, bro. She's gonna have an easy life. She have easy access to everything. As she is young. But if she's 30, 35, close to 40, nobody's gonna take them serious because their mentality changes and it goes adapting to a different ratios of aspect of ratios in society. You know, and please understand. Oh, this stuff. No. Bro, that's an update in this system. I was just saying something here. I don't know if you still can see me in these other platforms, bro. I think we're gonna wait. Just give me a couple minutes. So I'm gonna keep talking about in TikTok. Yo, seriously, it's gotta reset my other phone. Oh my god, yo, it's crazy. Yes. So I'm back. I'm back. Come on, boy. So yes. All right. I'm live in Rumble too. So I'm telling you, I've been into. Come on. All right. Officially, I'm back. So yeah, I stay in the park. Where was about to tell you, dude. I had nothing. Okay. I had a life with a limitation, like I said. Fortunately, something cut up here in Rumble, but I'm back on Rumble. YouTube. I'm on TikTok, Twitch. I was able to go X or Facebook. But these two platforms, I'm not on Facebook. I'm not on X. Okay, but I have Rumble, YouTube, Twitch, and this other one. Oh well, this one, and then TikTok. So I'm telling you, I stay before we disconnect from Rumble. That bro, I want to make sure. I want to make sure you guys pay close attention because I'm not the only person who's paying close attention to what I see and I'm trying to understand from this. There's a lot of information I want to tell you at once, but it's just not like whoosh. Guys, you need to start paying attention to everything that's going on in your community. And I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to prepare you because AI we started to see and developing stupid food out there in the streets. We kind of got it as normalized with these other platforms that they're trying to ask you to verify yourself. Isn't that coincidental? Isn't that very coincidental that every single platform I'm trying to ask you, they give you the candy for free, but when you don't have more sugar, you start rumbling around and rolling your in the floor like a little baby crying. Nobody cares about it. Okay, most of you are being so distracted by the wrong information out there. Okay, I have a big network. I work with a lot of important people, and I kind of pause myself whenever I have a chance to share and gather information here. Healthy, good, decent information. It might be, look, I'm not giving you a legal advice or something, but if you are intelligent enough, you are going to start the hustling because that's your priority. At your 20s, you your inquiries are going to be way more to start hanging out with friends, start saying, yapping your mouth, going out, traveling around with not purpose at all. You're careless, perhaps wrecking your father's car, perhaps taking your mama's money from her purse, and then having a girlfriend. Bro, if you have a girlfriend pregnant at this age, at this era, bro, you're cooked. You can't have that happen in your life. You need to take care, you need to control your PP, okay? And I'm gonna remark this here so you know the man and the woman that they cannot control their pantalones, okay, they're gonna get cooked. The world is gonna make him crap. The world is gonna make you shit. Guarantee. And if you're a man that have those impulsions or that moment that you want to go and smash your girl, yo, stop doing that. Because I mean, yes, do it, but bro, I'm not saying that. Yeah, because DL said that. No, no. Control yourself, okay? Control yourself. There's time for everything. You gotta start dedicating and organizing your metrics in your own. Have a notebook, have a piece of paper, a small sticky notes, and start saying, you know what? I'm gonna start doing a change today. Because for me, there's a lot of people waiting for my at the other end of my life. Because I have one life. You have one life. You don't have another life. How am I gonna explain it to you, my friend? You have only one life. Nobody will come and hand you out because if they hand you out, they will mistreat you. They will despise you every time they see you. They'll say, "Get out of here." I mean, You're useless. No, that's how they're gonna tell you. You're gonna be mistreated. You're not gonna have respect from others. And I see in social media pretty much a lot that people are like, yeah, we're living in the matrix, but man, they're taking money and then everything's corrupt. Yeah. Bro, stop stop crying like a baby. Stop crying like a baby. That doesn't help you. You need to get up and start helping yourself. You can't stay cross arms and start crying like a little nobody. I mean, and you see the dudes that have big beard, muscly, yo, bro, do something. Technology is in your favor. Technology is in your favor. And if you know somebody from that is a youngster from your age or younger than you, just tell them what I've just said. I know people. I've been in rooms where we close deals. The other platform, I was just saying how to open your business. I'm not a guru, man. I'm not here to sell you something, bro. Bro, I'm not here to tell you exactly. I'm not giving you a legal advice, but I'm just slightly guiding you how to just try to get your success online. Because I know eventually, because I seen people also that they just spunked it. They just brought their entire zone and strength. They poured down the toilet. You know, very first of everything to start to head into the right direction, the right path is just stop listening to distractions. Stop listening to distractions. Distractions are everywhere, guys, ladies and gentlemen. Distractions are everywhere you walk. Remember that movie called They Live? I don't know if you've seen that movie. I highly recommend it. I seen it years ago. I don't even watch TV. If I see a TV, it's just like same crap everywhere. The only thing that you can learn from TV is just like cry, because the government is getting you like, bro. The government is just there. Just leave it alone. Put your merit because you need it. You were designed to thrive and work, hard and smart. You were not designed to be cry baby cry feelings like your girl or your neighbor. You don't have time for that. Nobody had time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Nobody got time for that, boy. You need to man up, get out of the world, go for a walk. If you cannot get focused, the majority of the times you're gonna start feeling that your head aches. That's normal. That's called anxiety. You're gonna become anxious, but it's gonna take you 4 weeks to start understanding that you need to start preparing to ascend. How? Like me. Look at me. I have devices behind here. And I know you might start seeing it from my glasses. But bro, at this point nobody cares. And if you do care for yourself and you picture your family that you owe them something in some grade. Perhaps you don't just like who cares, man? Who cares? That girl. Bro, nobody like I said in the very beginning of this video and this live, most of us, we have not had the same life as other people like or masculine presence. My papa used to whip my ass if I was doing something wrong. Like mama, she cooked all the time. That happened to me. Yes, I still live that, Thank God. Yo, you cannot start being that rebel guy because I was there. I was there. I was a very, very, very stubborn kid, teenager, peewee. I remember I used to. There was a point I go and confront my father, and then my father at the end, he taught me a lesson. I'm not gonna get into details, but seriously, you need to start detecting those little fragments of your focusing. And if you are scrolling and scrolling, my friend, you're segregating dopamine in your head. You might not know it, okay? But if you knew it, I did remind you, okay? The only way that you're gonna make it through these recession, we're living in recession, man. I don't know if it's, you know, if this is just like inflation, implosion, all the names that everybody said, all the business partners, all the associates, everybody is seeing platforms. They're like, oh, we're going through recession, man. The other guy, you impose all these stuff. Man, my snap, boom. Like, yo, just quit it. Stop. Quit that. That's not going to benefit you at all. Don't mess with that. Some people that really need it, they do really need it because they have the disabilities. And you know, I pay taxes. Everybody does pay taxes, bro. You don't have time for that, bro. And if you start depending from our government, the government is gonna pass you the check later, eventually. Whether it's just behind bars or money. Because unfortunately, that's how the world runs, right? Energy. We're in a board. We're in a board, my friend. Like this. You see, this is Australia. It's just like a board, my friend. We're in that board. We are living. We're doing stuff. You see, your computer is a board and have energy. And what's the energy? Money. Money is energy. That keeps you running. That keeps you doing something. This system is well designed. It's so perfect that it just you and me we need to run it. Like when you open a business, let's say you're trying to sell. What am I having film for? What am I? The first thing tacos, pizza, pasta. I don't know coffee. I love coffee. Coffee is not gonna prepare itself. You need to start doing diligence. Do your diligence. Have a note. Get a piece of paper. If you go to cheap stores, they're gonna have notebooks. Get a notebook and start writing it down your own. You start preparing yourself. Okay, so what is my plan? You put your name. You need to start doing that. And I'm gonna keep pushing this. Put your name like in capitals, all capitals. Put your name as a title. Me. This is my plan, and I'm guiding you there because I've been there. And you get like, what do I like to do? What is my main thing that I have to get done every single morning? Maybe video games, maybe cars. If you do cars, you can be mechanic. You used to be a mechanic before. If it's not cars, perhaps planes. What do I like from planes? Do I know something about planes? Do I like to get into a big commercial aircrafts? Do I like Boeings? Do I like Gulfstreams? Do I have Cessnas? What do you want? Every single person has a purpose to do and mission to complete in this world. And most of the people are just gonna say, "No, you're not important. Nobody cares about you." Yes, perhaps yes, nobody cares about you, but most of the times people do care by the opposite of attention that they apply to you because they like to snoop, right? They're Nazi. And I know I'm gonna encounter some people that perhaps they knew me here, but who cares at this point? It's my spare time, it's my free uh moments, I can do whatever I want. So start with your niche. Start with the title of your company then. So I like airplanes. Okay, what do I like from airplanes? Okay, you go with the airplanes. So I like to be a technician of the plane. You put technician, I like the turbines, I like to analyze how is the metrics of the thrust and power, mass force, you know, and there you go. Then you get your social media specifically for that. You get social media specifically just for that. I know it's just kind of annoying that in the same notebook, you're gonna, I don't know, just keep your accounts there written down or just have some device and you pass to your team because I pass to my team. My team keep everything. And your team start gonna taking care of your account securely. You don't need to depend from other, you like, you know, CMOs, or the marketing agency, or WXYZ. Just keep it on yourself, because those are your keys to the world. Keep your emails, keep everything organized. And it's nothing. It's just like time and dedication. You're building it through time. Because at the end of the day, you really need to start organizing, because otherwise you're gonna do the wrong things that I did before. When my personal accounts start opening business accounts, and I still have them active, but it's just like very annoying, because you don't want to mingle some personal data to, and I didn't know better. Sometimes your first business is not gonna succeed. It could be 50-50, or 70 to 30, or vice versa. But depending how you implement yourself to the simple strategy to grind every single day. You don't have to be hours. You don't have to do it for hours over and over. I just want to make sure that you are understanding this. You have to figure it out how to network with people, so you can manage it for a little bit of time. You build awareness. You talk with people. Perhaps you're going to go to events to see these people, and they're going to start helping you out by the awareness that you built through time. I know people that trying to get me to, they're trying to invite me to go to their country, and they're trying to invite me to do so. But I can't. At the moment, I can't. I can't. Why? Because we have technology just brought in our defenses, and somehow. You can't be using, you cannot, it's just like money, bro. And I gotta explain you two differences. Money, this is kind of other topics I just touch bases in another video. But money is a tool. Money just not is not real, bro. Bro, you get a piece of paper, a napkin, and you just burn it, it's gonna turn ashes. What about money? It's just the same. It's paper money. It's a little certificates that people just get all the time, and then exchange it for, you just transactional. You exchange it for another asset or good. But now the technology is just the same. Why do you think you're monetizing, or I don't know, platforms? I don't know. You're selling something online. You're monetizing. You're getting, you're incentivized from a service or product. That's very basic. Everybody knows that. But on behalf, there's gonna be people who really wants to take a part of it. Every single time that you're scrolling up and down, left or right, laughing ha ha ha, bro, you're doing the wrong. You're digging your own grave. Listen to what I'm saying, my friend. And I think this is where the Rumble platform just cut off. Every single time you're scrolling and you're going up and down, it's like you're digging, you're digging, you're digging. By the time you realize that your brain was cooked, bro, you're gonna lament the rest of your day. And it's not okay, because I've seen people, they just like they always been complaining. They always been complaining. You cannot become a complainer. You're meant to be a person with purpose. You cannot start you cannot start deep frying your eyes through the screen, bro. I'm being straight serious. I'm being realistic. If you're using technology, use it like money. You know, use the money to exchange it for a good or an asset. That energy that you work hard to get it, you get it exchange, right? So the same, do it for technology. Instead of scrolling and spending your time there and doing nothing with no purpose, laughing ha 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 like a toddler, don't do that anymore. Start educating yourself to turn the screen to somebody else. So they're gonna see what are you doing. They're gonna help others once you develop a good skill. I don't know if you're reading this or you're in the chat or something. I'm gonna check this out. Does that make sense? Because I know platforms they keep the lives and other platforms they don't keep the lives. So I'm just going here and full thrust. So, and I want to remind you that you're not the only person who wants a thing. You know, brothers out there they say it the same. We know, we all know, we understand that the game is just not okay. Once you jump and start understanding that people are sleepless in today's era, I mean, they always been, since the industrial revolution, and coffee was stepping in, other than other natural medicine to keep you active during night, and then night shift step in. It's all there. It's out there. You can't Google it. Night shift started at that era. The industrial revolution. You know, we are working from home, bro. We are working from home. We can travel with a laptop. Yo, wake up. Wake up. I'm straight up telling you that if you do not believe what I'm just saying, this, this device, this over here, this device can get you, can retire you. Oh yeah, it can retire you. It can retire your family. It can bring them out there. You know, you can go to other places in the world with that device, with your laptop. But it's not easy, my friend. It's not easy. If you visualize where you want to be, and this is where the powerful mindset starts to get in. Once you understand that you have power after an idea and a plan, and you already wrote it down the way I just been telling you in this video. If you wrote down your ideas and wrote down your strategy, okay, and you focusing and you're punctual within yourself, because the deal is with you. The deal is with you, nobody else. Your life will change forever, forever, and no people will start. It's not gonna be easy to other people just start action access into your life. You know, you're gonna start seeing different things that you did not recognize, and you're gonna be like, "Whoa, I was a brokey and I was young and I mean, get real. You know, when was the last time you got up in the morning and then just okay, I'm gonna get up and be thankful with myself, with God. I mean, I respect all religions. I'm not a very religion guy. But I can make sure I can assure you that there's something above our heads. There is something powerful. It's an unseen energy that you can perceive, my friend. If you don't, I'm pretty sure you're living like St. Thomas. And you don't believe it until you see it, my friend. But that's not how this reality operates. I'm not here to tell you that, oh, the Matrix. Okay, I know there's brothers out there that they speak about it. They have big nuts used to start pointing to certain things. And my respect to all that people. Very very brave people, brave men. That's why they have what they have. And I'm pretty sure you kind of start identifying and understanding which what type of people I'm talking to you. Shout out to Brother State, shout out to Myron Gaines, shout out to all these brothers. You know, it just fit. CEO, all these people, bro. G33, all these guys. They know what they're doing. They know and it brings me this I think it's a quote because everybody goes quote 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 the quote 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 quote. The only thing that evil needs to triumph is that good men do nothing. And that's from Edmund Burke. I'm not reading anything, yo. I'm just telling you out of my mind. I'm not reading. I have not know like those goofy YouTuber like. I'm not doing that. Okay, that's BS to me. If I might be wrong, I know that you perhaps gonna drop a comment here that I will read eventually. Oh crap! So I'm just gonna start learning way better to start developing this stuff. So I never been behind cameras in front of phone device or special camera like an asset. You know, like a big setup. No, just immediately here on the phone, whatever. So many of you are trying to say like, what the hell this guy is trying to talk to me? He's just trying to. I'm not trying to entertain you, boy. I'm trying to tell you that you need to start figuring out how to get rich. And I'm here to tell you we're going to learn a lot of bunch of stuff. You're gonna start seeing me here for a little bit of a long time until I vanish and disappear like a wealthy ghost. You know. So far, I pointed that you need to start your with your name in capital. Start your niche. Start asking what is the thing that I like to do. Yeah, we already step in there. And what's a sub like a subtitle or a description, you know? But then after in that route or funnel, most of the corps corporations, the elites, they understand them as um pyramid or scheme, you know, the way you want to interpret it. So I see it as a root or as a tree or whatever. Let's put it in a more healthy way. So and then you're gonna go and type what is gonna be your demographics that you're gonna try to aim with your market niche or your product or service. If it's gonna be people from 18-year-old to 45, I don't know, or it's gonna be people or all, of all ages. Just leave it open and just make sure you take notation of that in written. Then you're gonna go ahead and start putting what type of products are you gonna do? Are you gonna produce or sell? Produce or sell? I mean, produce and sell is the same, but I'm trying to say to produce by who you gonna partner with, who you gonna buy products from. Do you need to go to another town? You need to contact these people so they can you can have a contract with them so they can sell you something, or you can just hire an independent provider. If it's something tangible, yes. If it's not tangible, just you can do it DIY it, and then you're gonna go into your local stores and start producing on your own. Have a little space, a little room that you can turn into a small shop. You need to have accommodations of that and start gathering with your I don't know, your family, your wife, your I don't know, your cousins, and trying to make everybody accountable. And if you're trying to make everybody accountable, even the dog, by protecting that door, he's working with you. So far, we got that point too. Yes, you already have the plan. You already have the description of with your name, and then the other thing that you're gonna do is just the legal process. The legal process is gonna be just applying for your business. Oh, hold on, TikTok is asking me to put that postal stuff, bruh. This pulsation is not. Okay, hold on. There we go. Ah, all right. So the legal process after you took your plan, you have a plan already. If you like planes, we say we talked about planes. You're not gonna build anything. You're not gonna build any. People are so crazy. I used to be crazy, rebuilding engines in my room in my apartment. I used to do that. I have pictures and I have videos. But you're not gonna produce any I don't know, CNC products in your home. That's crazy. That's bullshit. You just have something that already. Don't be cheap, cheapy cheap mindset that is gonna get you ass. Don't do it because pay somebody they already know. If he's too, because this is what I hate from everybody. Like this is one of the things that I understood myself, and I had it when I was younger. That every single person wants to hoarder things, and they're hoarding money. Nobody hoarders money in 2025. Only you need to get the money, put it in a bank account, and pay whatever you have to pay, or just transactions. I haven't even seen tangible money in a long time. But if you know any better, yo, you need to start implementing this ideology. You can't stay in the obsolete mindset. I make a deal of myself that never ever ever would be the same person again. And I made that pact with myself. I don't care. I don't give a darn. Because I'm in another platform, by the way. I'm in Rumble. I can say whatever I want, but I'm in another platform that perhaps they're gonna close that. Yo, brothers, sisters out there, you need to start taking action now. Like I said, recently the UK launched, and we all know their virtual IDs. I have contacts there that they're starting to like, bro, that's crazy. It's unfair. You guys treat like animals. Blah 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 blah. But I'm just listening. Like, okay, I'm listening to your crap, buddy. I'm like, okay, sure, fine, yeah. And the guy like, bro, dude, these guys are going nuts. What I'm going to do? I don't want to have the technology. I guess I get, bro. You shut the fuck. Shut up. Shut. Yo, just hustle. Hustle. Duh. Yo, there's a lot of platforms that you can transfer money. You gotta hustle, but you're not gonna get the same money. You're just gonna stay there until something new comes. Because I saw the president. This is one of the things that is just so great, man. When that happened, the president went there. That president went there. He flew to UK. I don't know what for, but he delayed it. He stopped it for a long period of time before it's too late here. Because eventually it's gonna get here. AI is gonna stay here. He's here. He's staying. He's here. What the hell am I thinking? So you already found your plan, your purpose. What are you gonna do? Your purpose in business. Let's make sure. And you're gonna how you can start implementing to offer to people. How you can convince people to start getting into the real game with you. How you can make your family, your friends, your 304s accountable for your business plan. You technically own the relationship. Well, you don't own it, but you just can borrow it. You borrow the relationship, that circle, and you start advising them. Look, we're gonna start doing this. You explain them the plan. With do it just do it afraid. Do it with fear. It don't matter. You are if you are a full grown man and you have nuts, bro. You're gonna jump careless. You don't care. You just gotta do it. But you already analyze and think if that is have a lot of demand. Not because you love it, you're just gonna do it. You're gonna do it because you think that that is the best way to come out as a really good, successful business plan. You already talk to people. You already went. You already prepare yourself, and you're not gonna do it the way I did it. Start posting online. Yeah, I offer this. I offer that. And you know what? I spunked everything, all my savings, all that I worked hard from. I spunked it with a lot of people. I start paying the stuff and sending money, 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 money out there, money out here, and then people are never just like, bro, we got this delay, and then you just can't, bro. They took me from nuts. And it's something that is gonna give you a good learning perspective from your life and your business and or career. That you're gonna think twice before to start sending more money to people that they're useless. Your mindset is gonna change. Everybody's replaceable from everything, bro. Everybody. The shoes that you have, they're replaceable. The car you have, perhaps is no longer good. You need to replace it. It's just a basic example, and I could perhaps start telling you with my own very professionally. I can be professional, but bro, I'm just in a chill spot. I'm gonna speak it the way you most of you understand. I didn't know better. I used to live in a garage, bro. I used to live in a garage, yo. I used to chase bitches, bro. You know, nobody's special, bro. And I realized, bro, I just wasted a lot of time when I poured down the toilet. Like it was like that water bottle. I don't want you to go through the same. I don't want you to do it. I don't want you to screw it. I don't want you to spunk your money. I don't because you're gonna start encountering like there's a lot of delays and people gonna start trying to ask you the attention that once you thought you could have given, and it's gonna change. Not unfortunately, fortunately, a new person has born, and that is your your inner man. Okay, maturity is gonna start developing with other people that you're talking at events because you need to make presence. You need to build awareness of people that will connect with you. If you're not willing to do that, at least do it remotely. Talk to them online, do some friendships. You have technology. If you're smart enough just to go to technology and use platforms, you know, because those very common and famous platforms don't just do like this is annoying, bro. I need the glasses. Don't just do just like all this spamming that they're posting and repeatedly the same video, the same picture, the same over and over. Yes, do it, but there's ways to do it. Okay, there's not like everybody just like sharing, and that's why they get banned from you know. Nothing makes me special, you know. Nothing makes me crazy. Your mind will change, and people will start calling you crazy, deluded. You know, sometimes they start calling you, "Oh, you're racist." Yo, they're gonna start every single time you point at something, they're gonna start calling you racist, and you just take it. You just take it serious. Take it serious because they love you and somehow, and that's what you want. People to talk crap about you. And I know people just start inventing stories. People that from the past. Once you start selling, you're making your first sale, and you hit it the pot. Don't spunk it, boy. Just make your glossary. I was about to tell you about the legal stuff, but the legal part is not even hard. Perhaps you already know there's business entities that you can do. It's gonna take if you do it online, it's just gonna be faster. I don't know the update about the IRS, but I know the IRS is just working. If you're in America, I don't know in your country. Rather you to do a little bit of research. If you are too lazy to do research, my man, I mean, I cannot help you. But if you are in another country that is a third world, unfortunately, I have to say the way it is. And, and it just, I highly encourage you to take your research from different sources. Okay, just do it. Now you have AI. What are we speaking of? Grab Copilot. Grab I don't know. Grab GPT or Grook, Gemini. Start asking them like, yo, um, What's the process involved? They're gonna spit it all within 10 seconds, less than that, you know? And then you can do your research. And now, if you're too lazy to read, my friend, you're cooked. You can't be helped, but I'm here. I'm gonna still do, I'm gonna still make these videos. Let's see, somebody say something here. Hold on. Alright, this other video. Hold on, guys. I still gotta continue to say. Move the space. This viewers streamable.com. Mm-hmm. 5 minutes ago, then Hido. Best viewers streamable.com. Bruh. That guy just is LOL. That's all I can say to this guy. LOL. Yo, so, and just a quick reminder, I'm trying to make a parenthesis here. There's gonna be a lot of people that are gonna try to offering something. That's a distraction. When you're with a person and that person tries to offer you something online, a course. I pay courses. There's nothing wrong with the courses. I pay courses. Fine, yes. I did pay courses. But I understood, like, bro, once they try to loop you around with some commenting and stuff and trying to give proofs, because they sometimes bring their um bring their screenshots that could be easily edited, with numbers. Those are numbers and lines. Let's be real, because I see it. Some other people don't. So they're gonna tell, well, this guy or this other guy that they offer black XYZ, they made, I don't know, 5,000 a month. They made 10,000 a month. They're making this much, and I can let you borrow money, but you need to get into the link below. Bullshit. Okay? Because at the end, these gurus, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of people are trying to get you. Bro, there's some bros that they genuinely out there, they sell you good stuff. But you need to discern, You're by this far you already know what to choose, what to pick, and who you are connecting with, or gathering at their events online. Most of people just don't want to go out. I want to go out. I have no problem. Everybody can stay at home. Everybody can stay at home. I want to go out. I will go out and I will travel more than ever before. But at the same time, just my phone, my charger, my other plugs, outlets, because sometimes their outlets are different. So, bro, once you make your first sale, you will remember that forever, forever. And just try to make your numbers and try to make your family accountable. Assign one of your members. Tell them, ladies and gentlemen, or Juanito, or I don't know, Chicharron. I don't know. You just call, Mohammed or Ahmed or Jamal or Dante. Just make it, bro. We gotta team up. We have to team up. We have no choice. Is whether that or, bro, you gotta build brotherhood. Because we saw different stages of like a video game final boss, bro. We are going to start selling this. You want to participate, or you want to be a fuck up nobody sitting there cheating yourself with Cheetos? Actually, I said that last night, and I got a bag of Cheetos, and I said, "You're like, bro, I just kind of beat my tongue myself, and I just spit it out." And I'm like, "Yo, that's not even." But that the principle is how it is. Don't cheat yourself with Cheetos, bro. That's not healthy. Don't eat trash, because you're gonna turn yourself like that. I mean, if you can do it for once because you test your body. It's like having no riots at once in the street, and I'm not saying that's good. It's like the city is so in peace, and the cops are gonna go like, bro, what's the point for me having a job if there's no things going on? You see what I'm saying? You know. By the way, shout out to the law enforcement, the cops. Very, very, very. I'm a very patriotic guy. I love my country. This country has been giving me so much that no other place has been giving me so far. That's why I'm calling my family to invest in America. Since Trump is in power, I just want to remark here, all these lags. I want Donald Trump for 2028. Say whatever you want. Say anything you want. I think it's the best that could have happened to the country. I'm just saying. I'm remarking and I support him. There are certain things that I disagree, but I'm not political commentator. Okay, I'm not. But I think it's just the best that could have happened. If we would have the other side, bro, we wouldn't be looking for shelter as of now. It would be so cooked. However, it's close. It's early in the morning now. However, if you're understanding what I'm just telling you, and you make your first sale, try not to spunk it. Try to separate your next reload of goods or products to restock yourself, your shelf, to start selling what you have to sell. And you gotta develop a brand. So the brand is gonna start being the face of yourself and the company that you're trying to. Then is when you start doing the legal thing. I know you gotta start locally. You cannot start like international, but build awareness. When I said that build awareness where people are gonna start contacting you, but they know already. And as you grow, which is not gonna be overnight, as you grow, you're gonna have that people that once saw you before online in front of your face. And guess what? They're gonna start investing with you, perhaps in another business. You never know. So I just wanted to let you know that you need to start getting rich now. You need to get rich now. Chase the money bags. Ignore every single thing that is going out there. You don't have time to go out there and support some random liberal stuff, bro. Bro. That's that's no bueno. That is no bueno, amigo. You like eating tacos with like onions, but those onions were passed through some random grannies between legs, bro. It's just I don't know. I never been through that, bro. But yo, it's just not good, bro. It's just that sensation that you're like something like that. And I'm not trolling, bro. I need to go to fuck. I didn't even speak really good. British Roland I need to go to bed because I've been working all the time. I work all the time. And then stop chasing the girls, bro. Stop chasing girls. Many of them are cooked. They don't know. They don't measure. Unfortunately, it's the reality of this world. This society is just like that. Stop chasing the girls and chase your bag of money. I already kind of tell you what is the first step. You know, the mind is so powerful, and if you believe in yourself, you're gonna do it with fear. Or try to be fearless as much as possible. You can still depend. If you need your snap food stamp, you can do that. Once you're at young, strong, you're throwing your songs, bro. You're revving your I don't know your charger. because that's what everybody does have nowadays. I don't know what's going on with those cars. I think everybody just driving them all over. Do not get in trouble for free. What is free also, you gonna become the product. Everything that is just free that you take, you are the product. Okay? And start thinking straight. Push-ups are free. Lifting your weight is free. Water is free. Well, not really, but no, water is free, technically. Excuse me. And 304s are not free. Is the most expensive addiction that you could have. Okay? And you don't have, certainly, you don't have time for that. I'm not saying just put one of those metal bells from the medieval times. No, no, yo, no. That's not what I'm trying. If you have your girl, yes, of course, she's gonna need time. You need to surround with her. You need to gather her because she's the one who's gonna she's the one who's gonna support you and trying to cheer you up. So you go and grind out there to the world and you do your own things. But honestly, you don't have time to waste. Time is against you. Just by thinking this, the human body have 780,000 to 800,000 hours as lifespan. You need to realize that if you're not using technology, technology is gonna get you. It's very simple. A toddler, 5-year-old will understand this 100%, and he will give me another result. He's gonna try to school me around, you know, because they think logic. Like, what's the point? Because the only thing they just want to get is just candies or go and play. They are very logic. And then as you grow, you start losing all that because you're talking about what you surround or what you see or what you hear. Cut that bullshit. And I don't care if I get banned here on other platforms, bro. I'm just saying, bro, take drastic action because your children, your grandchildren, because let's just make it more clear, bro. If you have money right now, let's say you got 10K, suddenly you got 10K, right? You can do a lot of more things, right? So and if so, what kind of things you would do? What are the things that you're gonna define that you can do more as more with that money? Which 10K is nothing as of today. What are the things that you're trying to do? Any idea? Somebody saying something in the chats? I would have invested. But most of you, unfortunately, they don't change the mindset that it's just like, oh yeah, let me go and have a dinner. Let me go and get the girl, yeah, yeah. You're like washing their hands like, yo, alright, that's cool. Yeah, but bro, you don't have to go out there. And I'm gonna start showing you some evidence and proof that bunch of people, when they start seeing these girls in social media with their picture showing off their peach, which is not it's cool. It's cool. They're sexy, yeah. They're adorable. Some have a stretch marks, some have overweight, but who cares at this point? She's gonna smash. She's gonna smash. Anyway, so we got pictures of people like cuties or beauties that they're just showing off, and you just read the comments, bro. Bro, my guys, they like show me, hey, take a look at this. Take a look at this. We're seeing the girls. Okay, that's a girl. She's sexy. No, she's kind of overweight. And some other pictures that you start seeing online or perhaps in, Instagram, and the girl she's having like 19K, 19,919K, bro. She all these simps, they're like, oh, what a bro. Throw in these comments like oh, what a beauty thing this morning. That I don't even have name for that shit, yo. I don't have name for that. You know, I don't even know. I don't understand why people are commenting into these pictures. What is going on through their mind? That they're so deluded. They want to put names and philosophical expression of words into these three or fours, bro. Bro, perhaps she just finished smashing and then you just like took the picture and then you're like, oh, who was behind the camera, bro? Who was behind the camera for her? Because I can tell somebody's holding that camera. Just analyze these pictures. If you see them in social media, you gotta see these girls. And they're like, oh, I'm just a girl. She's like happened to me. It happened to me. The girl, she's like japping her mouth, and then she's going rude on me, and I just like, okay, well, fine, keep japping, keep barking, bitch. That's all it is. Keep fucking running your mouth. And the girl, she's like, excuse me, and I go like, yo, all right, so you're done. All right, cool. Who lose? She did, not me, because a person who is just loud. And sometimes I'm loud. I'm loud. I used to not be loud. I was not loud before, but I'm loud. As you grow and you develop more skill sets, much more mindset, more speaking skills, you're gonna start being loud. You gotta cuss, bro. That means you have high performance. You have self esteem. You know, at that point, bro, you're gonna encounter people at the same level, bro. You're gonna despise other people. Unfortunately, that's how it is. You develop more, you develop yourself more, you have more personal development, and what that's the only outcome as a result of. Unfortunately, that's how it is. And you're gonna have these girls, bro, cussing, yelling, because they'll of course they're just gonna disagree on what you put, on what is the logic, and if you address them to what is wrong, they're just gonna start throwing hate. At the point they're gonna provoke you with words. Thank God we don't have a president, a woman as a president, bro. Thank God, bro. If that would have happened, you know, it would have mass transformers, mass Decepticons, mass Autobots in this society, yo. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, yo. I wouldn't even be here. I would be overseas, bro. I don't know where that crap came from, but who pushes that? I know, we all know, but you know, sometimes it's just like childish, too childish to bring this up. And I gotta explain you why this ideology comes. This ideology comes because men surround too many women, and I met people like that. Remember, the truth. The truth is gonna be always whispered. And I want you to understand these principles. Perhaps you forgot about them, but I'm here to remind you. These principles seem like they're not from this planet, bro. Transformers, Autobots, and Decepticons, bro. They all gather together, bro. I have nothing against that. I don't hate nobody. It's just you're gonna do it downtime with your own self, your own body. Just do it at home and keep it there, bro. Don't bring it out there with a. They're so proud to be what they are. What is wrong for naming them the way they are? You know, Sometimes people call me Taco Pancho, and I'm not Taco Pancho. Perhaps I look like Taco Pancho. The ones I share, I don't even look like a Taco Pancho, bro. What the hell? So going back to that, what is wrong to call him what you are? You having a problem with gay? No, you're a faggot. That's what you are. You're a faggot. So, and I call him before like that. I just want to remark. I have acquaintances, not friends, that they have those habits, and it just doesn't bother me. Just don't get too close to me, bro. Keep your personal distance. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not cussing at you. I'm not telling you something wrong. I'm not telling you. I'm not pointing you. I'm not judging you. You're just like, who cares? I'm just addressing to what is not okay. But if you use common sense, because it's much more the conservative that what they claim to be as a conservative, you know, they claim to be conservatives, bro. Those are the ones that they're conservatives, but at home they're doing whatever they're smashing it. They're doing that thing that they point you as of guilty from. I don't even know if I said it right, bro. It's early in the morning. To me, it's late, so I gotta go and sleep a few hours because I have things to do later. However, the conservatives are not most of them. Well, I don't know. Most of them or some of them. You will identify the good fruit from the good tree. Okay, it's in the Bible. I'm not religious. Okay, I'm just marking that the word and the wisdom, comes from you know dedication and power. As much as you want to eat cookies, you're gonna get sugar. You're gonna get diabetes if you keep eating cookies too often. So don't eat the too many cookies, bro, and start buying the cookies to sell to somebody else. I'm not telling you that that's something wrong. You just need to start hustling because these times are coming to get your ass. You need to understand that this this technology is just not gonna improve development by itself. It's gonna come here, replace you, and at the point that you have to buy your own self avatar or robot in the real world, which is the tangible world, everything that you once walked, and everybody has to go home, you know, everybody has to go home and start just, locking themselves in for long periods of time. And actually, let me point to a movie that I remember. I remember this movie was from 2009, I think 2012, something like that. And it was about that was Bruce Willis movie. You know, good movie by the way. It just kind of points you. There were like two detectives. I don't remember that movie exactly, but it was like they were into bed. If you know the name of that movie, just pointed here, where that movie was just they're like robots, bro. The robots avatars in reality. They are doing the hard work for their original biological humans, and not just that movie too is addressing to that. What he's addressing is that the remember the Wall-E movie, Wall-E, the little robot that is just exploring. I don't know if it's Mars or something, but all the humans were fat. They're fat souls or lord asses that they're living in a ship in space, and they can't even do nothing. They're useless. They just kind of moving the fingers, bro, I would even tolerate that stuff. If by me sitting here, I already want to do something else. I want to perhaps work out. So, and that's not even good in somehow because it just kind of tell you, you know, it's telling you what is it might come in the future. But if you take action right now, your world is gonna be different, my friend. I really, really regret a lot of times that I wanted to do something, and that something was not what I want. I mean, or something disturbed my perception, and back then. And that's not excuse. Let me tell you, that is not excuse. And I answer and I talk to myself because you gotta have the own conversation with yourself. Whether it's in the mirror or you're just doing something, you're so focused on what you're doing. You're occupied. You stop being preoccupied. Okay, I just want to remark there that you are okay talking to yourself while doing something, and that's very common. Most of people start doing that, and guess what? They develop more speaking skills. They know how to talk to approach older people, and they're not pussies. So I'm being realistic here, and some other is just like, "Oh, I'm afraid of other world. I don't want to go out. I want my Cheetos." Bro, that people can't be helped. They cannot be helped. Anyway, so we already discussed it. How to improve in your life, how to do something for yourself, how to build your business strategy, how to start paying attention. Pay attention to everything. Perhaps I'm repeating myself, perhaps not. And I'm gonna keep talking about these same topics, you know, until I fully because I'm still understanding how to manage all this stuff that I have on the platforms, and I just kind of to me it's kind of late because I need to go to bed. I need to rest because I have things to do. I need to work. I need to build my empire because I have an empire. And most of you don't know me, but you will eventually. It's not my time yet because I just don't want it to appear too often in social media. And my legs are being so anxious, so they're trying to beg me to go to sleep. And I know it's not good to sleep or to not sleep because it's gonna pay the bill is gonna be I'm gonna pay the bill later if I keep doing this late night sleepless sessions. You know that affects the heart, and my heart is very important. So please understand that if you are a brokey, I used to be broke. I understand you. I do understand. Okay, you could be rich, but that doesn't mean you could be rich in money too. You could be rich in wisdom. You could be rich doing bunch of other things that people that not cannot do. And guess what? They will request you. They will request your services. They will request your skills. They will ask you to work with them, not for them. But those who ask you to work for them, they can would not appreciate you. You can tell by the words, and that's not 100%. You just gonna say he's a very kind person, he's a really good boss, or he's a really good person to work along with as an associate. But you can tell by the first words that comes out of somebody's mouth what kind of person it is an energy. Remember, it's an energy that is out there. You cannot see it, but you can perceive it. And it's gonna take you a lot of time to start developing that. Some other, some 304s, they want to say, oh my god, am I reading my tarot? Okay, fine. You tarot. I don't even know why I listen to my one of my ex girlfriends, bro. These girls that try to inject that hell in my head, bro. I don't want to listen to it. But well, okay, why you want to understand that? And I go, listen. I'm a good listener, and I like. Mhm. And she's like japping at me. Well, I'm just gonna tell you, you gotta read this, you gotta read that, you gotta do stuff. Yo, and I just like, okay, let me try to see how my future is gonna be. I have nothing against that, but I'm just trying to point to it. I know you all motherfuckers that they have something to say about me. Perhaps you're gonna critique my speaking or my tongue. My sometimes I get a twist or the way I look or taco pancho. That people tell me like that, and I'm just like, bruh. Let me take a look at it. Okay, let me see if this is real. That it can be projected. If it can be projected to myself. Let me read myself. Like, oh yeah, and I see the knights and stuff. Like, bro, this is just kind of like poker, bro. We can play poker here, you know. How many blue benches you got? You can throw in here. If you lose, no more handbags. I will not buy you crap because you already have piled up some. Anyway, that girl discarded. Okay, so because bro, you don't need it. You don't need it, bro. You don't need it. If there's gonna be a point that you're gonna be like, how is that possible? That guy that had that girl. He's a girl, boy. All you gotta be is smashing her all the time. Like, yo, that is not even life, bro. Understand. And if you want to know better, you know, like I said a few minutes ago, it's all about energy. It's all about energy. And if you're not paying attention closely, life will make sure you will pay attention, but it's gonna be too late by the time. It's gonna be too late that you're going to regret. I start seeing some other people that they're talking about their 50s and they wish they would have done it at their 20s or 30s. Bro, that guy have a lot of power. That guy was right. You know, most of you are solopreneurs or are starting at the point that you perhaps are trying to figure out yourself yet, but you don't know what you want. But you're too afraid because somebody is gonna start uh throwing you critics. Forget about that, bro. I need to go to bed because I start feeling. Lately, I started feeling my heart a little pinch. Seriously, being sleepless is not good, bro. You can Google it. Ask GPT. Ask Copilot. Ask Grook. You can ask them. Hey, is good to not sleep? You all know that it's not good, but you still got doing it. I'm still doing it. But I just finished a lot I finished to set up this plate. I'm trying to understand how am I gonna put it on my own because I just don't want to depend for. I have to work with a team, but I'm not. I don't want anything whatsoever. Eventually, I'm gonna bring them over. I'm gonna bring the guys, you know. But this is just my place where I'm at, you know. It's just total different. Man. It's a different story. So try to stay healthy. Do not eat crap. Everything that is processed, bro. Everything that you see in bags, and if it has a certain shape, like Cheetos is processed, cookies are processed, and then you read, please learn to read, bro. The tags, read everything, scan it. Like when you got the girl and you're grabbing it, you don't leave any part without touching, right? Grab that bag and read it. Somebody is gonna say bioengineered product. Yo, anything that you eat from that, bro, is gonna shrink your nuts. what's the point to taking care of yourself from any STD, or smashing too many girls and too many ugly girls. By the way, people, man, they make it so good to the ugly ones, and I'm gonna remind you why. Because the pretty ones are, and bro, I hear it all the time. Because the pretty ones, they just, my standards are all the way here to the moon, bro. You're cool when you realize that it was too late for you, and you could have you would have started trying to have family. By that time, your eggs are dry. And I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just saying legit things, logic. Think it through, ladies and gentlemen. If you have your husband and your husband is going to work, bro, I've seen crap from girls, man, that they have husbands. The husband is working and she's cheating on. That is not acceptable. However, this girl, she thinks she can cut that guy by, I don't know if it's good to do it here online, but I don't care if they just get banned from other platforms. Bro, I'm trying to, and I still gotta keep pushing it. Yo, I'm trying to help girls and men, women. You have your husband, please take care of him. Do not disappoint him, because that is just very painful, bro. I mean, I never been married. I don't know how's that experience, but I had girlfriends that they just trolling me so bad that you just like, bro. I mean, but who cares at this point? I'm just remarking, you know, all types, flavor, sizes, all type of those ones. But I was not even, I was young and dumb, you know. So, uh, but I still look young. So far, I've been told by people, you look young, all right, well, fine. But I have different mentality. I don't want to leave this world, and I told this is one of the things that I said to the last video, and I've been telling them my X 304s. That's what they are. I mean, God bless him. Good. I have no remorse. I know everything that I went through myself was fantastic. I do appreciate that so much, because you taught me so really good lessons that, and this should be your mentality, boys. Joe, even for girls, these apply to girls. It's just not just me. Oh, you're like, explaining his story, bro. No, Joe, if you would really want to have personal development, bro, you're gonna pay attention to everything. Like I said, pay attention to everything. I'm not the only person, no, only one person who's saying that. I want to remind this. I know my grandchildren are gonna start seeing these videos eventually. First, that means I want kids, right? I have no children. I just have myself, and my bank account, my money back. You gotta start changing the money back, bro, because AI dolls are gonna start taking the little girl, the girls' wombs, and guess what? Everybody is gonna go to. We don't want headaches, bro. Is that tell you? Isn't it coincidental they have a Transformers Wars walking around the street, bro, with their flags and all that stuff? Which I'm gonna remind you, I have nothing against that. You just don't fucking get too close to me, because you're gonna get a punch in your face, ma'am. Remember that video? I'm just trolling with that, bro. I mean, I never tend to hurt nobody. I'm not. I could, like, bro. You can do with your peach at downtown. I'm a very peaceful guy, very nice person. Okay, I'm presenting myself. Hello, my name is Ariel. Okay, I'm a very nice guy. I've been dedicated so much these years. After learning stupid lessons, I learned a lot from this world. This world is gonna take as much as you give them. And then if 304s are just out there throwing around with their OnlyFans, you just don't pay any subscriptions because you can have it for free. As long as you pull those $5 out of your bank account, you're cooked. Okay. because everything is traceable, and internet keeps everything. And if you're not wise enough, girls, doing that OF thing, perhaps you're gonna say, "Well, this is my lifespan." I heard this before. Listen to this crap. I heard this from a girl saying that, "Well, in my lifespan only, nothing's gonna happen when my kids are gonna be like, bro." First of all, you don't know what the hell you're saying. You have no idea what you're talking. You're just japping your mouth. You want to cap. You're capping. You're capping with that ideology. Sugar, fluffy, bubbles, and rainbows. Imagine the bubbles around here. She's poking it. Boop. Bro, this is why most of the 2 days are so cooked that, yo, you gotta talk to them like a toddler, bro. Their brain is cooked. What they can perform at? I mean, what's the best performance and what kind of skill they have? Nothing against girls, bro. I'm being realistic, bro. But if you if you understand, these girls, it's like I seen today, bro. I opened one of the platforms that Lana Rhodes, yo, Lana Rhodes. Does anybody know that girl? I don't. I didn't know that. I know. Until I Google it. I did Google it and ask. I no, actually, ask. I did ask AI. I pulled up phone and said like, who's that girl? Why is that brother holding her hand? And like, and there's a picture of a bimbo, and it's like the picture is showing like she's so excited, and then it was saying like she's asking these platforms, she's asking everyone to delete her content. I didn't know better. Yo, that girl, she's cooked. I kind of researched about who was the person. Bro, yo, no, man. Imagine their fathers, man. Imagine the family. I know who's Mia Khalifa, bro, but I have nothing against that girl, man. That girl is cooked too. All that glamorous lifestyle. I'm the boss. Yo, that stuff, that stuff is gonna get him. And slowly, it's just getting them. It's getting us. It's getting everybody. Remember the tree of the good fruit and the bad fruit? It's in the Bible, my friend. Please, I invite you, read the Bible. There's a versicle. There's versicles, really good knowledge and wisdom. Dedicate your days and nights to God, man. Because these bimbos and these foreigners, they're gonna get what they deserve. I'm gonna pay my bill, you know. But meanwhile, I'm walking the face of the earth. I have things to do, and that should be your mindset. Stop surrounding with loser. Stop surrounding with that people they take and they use you. You need to get rich now. I don't know if you have not this, if you don't have this type of mentality, and it kind of makes sense what I'm just telling you right now, my friend. You are cooked officially, and you're gonna get, I'm gonna honestly myself, I'm gonna send you a shirt, and I'm gonna send you your diploma as a cooked person. Okay, it kind of sounds like, bruh, but for real, bro, you're gonna be called loser every single day. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just telling you so you self prepare. I already shared what I've been through and what you can avoid from what I did say on this video. If you don't know me, my name is Adia. Okay? I'm not Arab. I have backgrounds. Okay? I deeply respect all people, all religions. all ethnicities, okay? Because that's what America is composed. If you don't know, I wonder why everybody wants to come here. I'm a very nice guy. I do have a normal life like everybody. If you're running through life and you're paying taxes, being obedient, being good, and doing the right things, not doing wrong things to the wrong people, that they only see you as a good person, you're not taking advantage of others, you rewire your brain, you're you're on time, well, or close, because I'm not gonna cap, boy. You know that most of the people they're late. I'm always running, and people don't like the crunch time. But bro, you don't cap, okay? Don't try to cover the sun with one finger. Yo, try to be good as possible in everything, every single thing that you do, and dedicate your morning to God. Okay, you don't have to see an image. You don't have to see a person. That person is you. That person who will get you out that situation is you. You just have to believe it. Because believing that you're gonna make it will give you confidence. Confidence that others don't have. That confidence that other people will take as of arrogance. Because they will. Oh yeah, that will happen. They will mistake you. Understand that in the other side or through that path, people next to you that will snoop into your abilities, into your skills. And once if you met them before when you were broken and you were working with them, they will try to sabotage you. They will try to bring you down. They will try to accuse you of stuff. They will try to tell you names. They will try to call you. They will try to distract you. They will try to bring you to parties. They will try to get you drunk. And they will try to get you a 304. You don't want it, okay? Anything that comes easy to you is to get you. Anything that comes to your path is stolen or somebody's behind. That they sent you that in your path, in front of you, for free to get you. And this is one of the things that I'm gonna repeat you, bro. I knew I was different since all the people that had everything that I had not, they saw me with all the ideas I had. They started to get jealous. They did start to get jealous. And they attacked me. They did attack me. And I can prove it. I'm not saying that because I'm not dedicating a fucking calorie to that people. That people that will get what they deserve. You know? That's gonna happen. You making money from your business, your solopreneur, your hustle, your social media, whatever, your neighbor is helping you or your family make you and your family accountable of everything, bro. You are in the good path. And you need to do it, but do it very quickly, as soon as possible. If I was you, I would have dedicated days to learn. Learn, learn, learn. You're gonna have anxious. You're gonna start being. You're not gonna be quiet. You're gonna jap. You're gonna hate it. You're gonna feel crap. You're gonna feel shitty. People will try to ask you like, "What the hell is going on? Are you okay? Are you okay? Jeez, Weeze, settle down, boy. I'll try to tell you, be quiet. No, but you're gonna throw that back. Be quiet. Quiet, please. Can you be okay? But believe me, bro, nobody cares if in the background somebody's snoring. Like one of my team members is snoring right now. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. I can hear him snoring in the other room. So pay attention to everything and start your business. Yo, you need to start your business, your hustle, and try to build connections. Change your mentality. Reward your brain. How you gonna reward your brain? Here's a quick example. Not everything's just negative. Like some bitches in the market, just like just arguing for random bullshit. And when I talk about bitches, and I don't talk about girls, man, I'm not talking about all women in general. It's not a general thing, okay? I mean, adorable people. I mean, beautiful, beautiful women that they have their husband, and I appreciate. It. That's all it is. Because if you cannot control your pantalones down there, bro, the world will gonna make you crap. If anybody to anybody, I just gotta remark it here. If you cannot control your pee pee and your cooch, the world will make you shit. It's all I can say, and that's true. That is genuinely true. You need to start implementing your new systems, your new ideology by saying, when it's something terrible, oh, that was terrible. No. What you say is, that was nothing so good. I mean, that sounds too act. You say, that was not even, so that was not good. And that's it. You mark it, boom, iron words. And just iron. Yo, seriously. AI is gonna get here. Is staying. Well, he's already here. Is staying. Okay. There's no way back. And once you go to the toilet, bro, it's gonna scan you if that shit was soft, hard, what you ate. That bad. I work in technology, so you know. Okay, I manage some people. I tell them what to do, and I'm trying to bring my team up with me, and then gonna start promoting. Eventually, you're gonna see what I do, but I don't dedicate my time because I can just take it easy. That's me. I can take it easy. I don't mind. I can go hard mode. I'm always in hard mode. I'm always in hard mode. But you know, I stopped doing some stuff that I shouldn't take care of. Some other people they do it for me. And with this, doesn't mean I'm just exempt to do it, to keep doing it because I'm well prepared. It's like your boss manager that you have at McDonald's. When you feel like I don't feel like going to work, boss, and you call him 1 hour before, what do you think he's gonna do? He just gotta do your job because he got no choice. You bear with me? So pretty much it's like that. But I have more commodities. It doesn't matter. So a lot of people they just don't have the same ideology. But once you start rewarding what I just told you, you can rewind this video. You can go back into this video and start seeing what I'm saying. Some of these might not make sense. Some of the things you will disagree with me, but it's fine. Can we just disagree on something? That's it. Bro, I don't see what the argument. We can. I can talk to you. Like you can type me something if you want to, bro. But I'm being realistic. What's going on? Because there's some other brothers out there. They're not trolling to you, bro. They're just this shit just took it off. Okay, however, there's some brothers that they are telling you, they're warning you, the same like me, bro. You need to start chasing your check. Get your back. Get your shit together and start doing something. You can keep watching Rumble. You can keep watching YouTube. You can keep watching Twitch. You can't keep watching X. You can't keep watching Facebook lives. You can't keep doing all that. But don't do it until you finish your job. which is just like, yo, if you understand what I'm just saying, bro, you're just gonna see it. I'm just telling you the truth. If you don't know me, just follow me. If you're in TikTok, you follow me. I know I'm japping my mouth here in TikTok, but who cares at this point? I'm just gonna. And my legs are kind of pushing me just to go to bed because I haven't slept for more than 24 hours because I've been working and all I do is work. Follow me on Rumble. Rumble is a DL team. My name and team. I really want to grow in Rumble. I'm sharing what I know from my own experience. I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm not one of those rich wanna be. I'm just sharing and gathering information that nobody is doing. I mean, most of the people are doing it, but not the way I am. I mean, I'm getting to a little bit more detail. I'm not researching everything. It's just my own mind. I have not teleprompt. I'm not notes like the silly goofy people in YouTube. Okay, but I am just explaining you from my own soul experience, and is in America is just different hour than in other countries. Um, and I kind of slow because I just want to go to bed, and my head is kind of hurt because these lights is just they're just killing me. Okay, it's one of my first times I'm doing these lives. I never been into a lives. I was not even afraid. I don't give a fuck. I'm just kind of like thinking that I don't think it's gonna look good or not because I'm just a total different person that I used to be. But long short, long short story is just, bro, you need to get fucking rich now. You need to get rich now. Nobody's gonna come to slander your ass other than the robots. Mortality is gonna be controlled by the robots because these 304s are their only fans. They're gonna be disappearing one by one. Perhaps they're gonna have one donation as a transplant. So these dolls are gonna be too much profitable. That is gonna give you more babies. If us as men would have had babies, it would have taken us less than 9 months. I mean, I just need to go to bed, boy, because I'm just trolling around now. You need to start selling something. Sell something. Buy and retail. Buy and resell it. Resell it, bro. If you check one of my previous videos, I tell you how to get your business structure set up in the basics. It's just the basics. It's not the legal advice, okay? So you know. You can do an incorporated, you can do S corp, you can do a multi-member LLC, you can do sole member in the LLC. So, or you just can build an LLC which has the cheapest ones in the world that you can do, and how you can make a subsidiary, entity. Um, just like a lot of people, they know how to do it. I explained. I think it was a video from yesterday, and check my other videos. I just check all the brothers out there. There's just like some when I'm working, I'm just listening to some of the other brothers in Rumble platform, and X. So very good things, man, are coming in America. To be honest, I'm pretty deeply believe that we have the right person in in power in office. That of course, it's just not good for one band or the other. Some other people just say it's conspiracy crap. Some other you just like think it's just just part of the show. However, meanwhile, you need to eat, right? You need to go take a shower, right? Meanwhile, you need to go and take care of your family, right? Meanwhile, you need to go work, right? Well, unless if it's something that you love to do, work for somebody the rest of your days, it's just like something I had never pictured myself for. I mean, I was there. I've been doing it for a long time, and then until I decided to change my mentality and stop thinking the way I was. So you're one of those, I highly encourage you to stop doing it. Start hustling. If you have no money, you can do it the way I did it when I had nothing. You just take a note, like I explain it. You can go back in this video and see it the way that I explain it. It might match your criteria, it might not match, but at least we disagree. Hey, you know, we disagree on something. I'm trying to help you to, get to that goal, because I'm gonna bring you there. And if you are one of those people that are too softies, bro, you better start developing more character, because as the way is gonna come. I deeply, and I heard this for something I seen in other searches. The next Holocaust that is gonna happen within the next 10 to 20 years is gonna be by robots. But eventually, the robots are gonna realize, oh crap, we can go across the dome. If you're a flat Earth believer or round Earth believer, I don't care. Um, yeah, these motherfucking robots are gonna go with your mindset into a space, because they're gonna extract all your consciousness and they're gonna go to space and you're gonna realize, oh shit, we need to go back to Earth. We need to go back to Earth. Mayday, mayday. So we need biological matter amongst us. So, and they're gonna bring one of us there. They're gonna bring your ass, perhaps, or one of your great grandchildren asses, and then you gotta tell them, okay, well, tell us how we can get this. I don't know, these physical object and analyze it, or how we can bond the molecules of this to get this new race developed. I don't know. You just take it as a little story, these parentheses stuff when the AI robots in space. Isn't it cool? Yeah, it's kind of cool. AI robots in fucking space, bringing your grandchildren, your great grandchildren asses to there. And the AI robots come like, oh, we're calculation, or calculation, we're wrong. We'll need the humans, and they're gonna keep us as cattle if we don't control that. And perhaps they're gonna read this video about myself. They're gonna start saying, "Oh, yeah, this guy, he knew it. He predicted." Let me see. Hey, here's my face. I'm predicting that you're gonna take us to space once you turn back from your road, and I don't know where galaxy, if it's round as we believe Earth, and you gotta go back all those miles just to take scientific, humans, biological, to teach you that you need us. There you go. Yes, sir. So yes, and that's what perhaps is gonna happen, because I see no other way out. So, and eventually in America, what AI is gonna do is just gonna start reading you everywhere you walk. Check out those videos, my friend. Check if you're very. I'm not a conspiracy theories guy. You check it. There's videos in the internet that shows that there's facial recognition on the streets. There's no video. Just Google it. Just ask AI now. Make AI aware. Just don't send it your picture like once I did. Like, bruh. Just ask AI. Is there any facial recognitions on the streets? They gonna recognize these OnlyFans girls, bro. They gonna recognize these 304s, bro. And guess what? Like they said once, because I remember this one told me, I only my lifespan until I'm gone. Bitch, you gotta live and all that burden to your child, to your kids. So your kid is gonna say like, "Oh, my mama, she was at 304 and OnlyFans, and I now I'm getting bullied at school, and for in sixth grade and now high school." And then all the little kids are gonna come and, "Yeah, I know your mama scooch, bruh." That's crazy, yo. That's crazy. Now, if you don't know any better, okay, well, let's make a pause there. Just go and follow me on Rumble. Follow me, Rumble platform. If you don't know, it's just I like YouTube, and then it has more power. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna finish this TikTok. I don't know until perhaps like 10 more minutes. Yo, seriously, you need to understand that what you're doing right now is just taking a lot of distractions. You don't have time for that, boy. You don't have time for distractions. You don't have time for fun because fun is the initials for a fuck up nobody most of the time. Okay, that doesn't mean you don't have to have fun. That doesn't mean that. Okay, we need to get focused because these times are changing so bad. You understand? Um. So yeah, I am here to remind you that you need to start getting focused now. Now, sell something. Most of the people, bro, we're a lot of people on Earth, okay? And very few are streaming, and then it's gonna get so saturated that people are selling stuff online. They're using technology. I just told you some truth, bro. I just told you some truth, okay? If you're intelligent enough, you're gonna get it. And stop just entertaining yourself, bro, and turn the screen to somebody. I'm not monetizing from these videos. I don't care. I don't give a darn to monetize from here. Eventually, I don't know, the idea might change, might not. But right now, I am into business. I started from zero. I used to live in a garage, okay? I had nothing, and I still consider myself that I'm gonna leave this world with nothing, okay? Because that's a rule. That's why I don't like to brag. I don't like to show off or flex brandings, but I'm making sure that I have really good experience on this planet Earth before I leave because I know I have to help a lot of people. That's my mission, bro. Try to have the same mentality I've just told you and explained. You can go back in the video and then you can find this video on rumble.com. Rumble, RUMBLE.com. Find me as Adiel, as my name, team, Adiel team. So I don't know how else I can explain you that if you're too comfortable, bro, you're cooked. You need to take 4 weeks. It takes to turn an an activity as a habit, and that is gonna turn out eventually to be a pure gold discipline. Okay, so you can't just be pondering and trolling around, sitting just like thinking what to eat, what to do, who to smash, where to drive, bro. If you have money, try to invest it in something. How? Invest in actives. Actives are gonna get you out there, and you're gonna learn a lot of things in business. I have to leave now, but eventually I'm gonna keep uploading these videos. Hopefully, it's gonna be every day. If not, it's gonna be eventually every 2 or 3 days. Mainly, the topics are gonna be like personal development and or how you can develop more ideas for your business, finances. Okay, and it's just like pure words out of myself. I have no prompt. I don't have a piece of paper. I have no teleprompt, like I said, no paper, just pure ideas. And I can use research. But Meanwhile, excuse me. Meanwhile, start setting, rewiring your brain and setting your goals way higher because nobody's gonna charge you for a bunch of money to understand what to do. Okay, you need to start implementing and getting your crap together. You need to do it now. It's gonna get harder. It's already harder. It's not like where we used to be child. It's not like we used to play with the toys. It's not like we used to play with our cousins. It's not like that. It's different time that you need to take drastic action. Everybody understand that. Um. So yeah, keep keep thriving if you're already there. Keep building your empire if you're in the middle of the process, and trust the process. Do not rush it. Don't rush it. Trust the process. Tell everybody how good life is, because tonight a lot of people went to bed thinking that they're gonna make it the next day, and they guess what? They did not. They're not gonna see the sunlight, which means you're awake because God is giving you the opportunity every day. He always put the sun up, and He gives you the opportunity to make it on His name. Okay, the only name that perhaps you believe is just up to you. I'm not a religious person, but I'm trying to tell you that you need to improve better aspects in your life, better decisions, better ideology. Perhaps you know already this. Perhaps you want to, you know, you want to try to tell me something. Perhaps you already knew it, like I said, but hey, you can mingle it with another ideas that you had from other sources, and that will help you a lot. That will help you a lot, you know. Maybe I just remind you that you had things to do within a month that you perhaps forgot because some bitch or somebody else. Who cares? Who cares? Only you. Okay. The deal, the pact, the pact is merely between you and yourself. Nobody else, bro. Nobody else. Nobody else. Okay? If you know any better, tell me something that so I can just perhaps get all my words back, you know? But bro, I don't know how I can explain it, but I already kind of throw around telling you the story with the space robots and Holocaust and all that crap. You can go back in this video and check that out. Okay, if you're in TikTok, follow me in Rumble.com. The Rumble.com is a DL, bruh, a DL team. I mean, perhaps I just want a shirt. Hold on, I guess I need to get a shirt online, bruh. Hold on, shirt online. I don't know if that video. Okay, let me see. I don't know if TikTok is still open, but I need to make sure that I get. Let me see if TikTok is still open. Is TikTok? Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna type it here. I don't know if I can type it. I don't know. TikTok is kind of trolling around. But let me see. Just type it. Uh, words, background, sound effects, stickers, bro. These, come on, TikTok doesn't allow you to, bruh. So yeah, just follow me on rumble.com. If you know the new platform that's for free speech. So I'm on Rumble Studio, A deal team. That's my name and team. Just add team. Team. The word team. You're Spanish spoken. I know in Spanish. Equipo. Equipo. Equipo in English. Okay. So if you sprechen Sie Deutsch, poquito, German, poquito. Even though I have a girl, she's German. Poquito, woensdag, wie geht's? And she just been weer calling, yeah. Or she says she tell me taco taco burrito. Yeah, these guys are trolling when they just like see me. I look like I'm Mexican French, bro. For those who didn't know, I'm Mexican, I'm French Mexican. So yeah, so my dad's side is French and my mom Mexican. So, Um, I am Adiel, son of Jose and Maria. So pretty much it is what it is, man. You know, you need to start understanding that these metrics that you are being taught since your family, they live. We are the last generation that live with that pretty good ideology of going out there, play with your cousins, your healthy lifestyle that you had as a child, running, get unique app exposed. So watching the Power Rangers and all that stuff. But as you grow up, your ideology changes. I'm looking forward to go to bed now because I was just trying to do this live to understand a little bit of principles. Eventually, gonna put way higher quality equipment to here, and then I can get my team to start teaching you more stuff. I do have interaction with big brothers out there. Okay, I'm not saying that. Oh yeah, I want to brag because I know this guy. Cut that bullshit. You need to get your shit together. Stop pretending. Stop fucking trying to be the wannabe. I do like the judge video that Mr. Demetrius or something, Mr. Demetrius, and they pass him up front in a Zoom court. I do, Miss Judge. You don't be one of those. Don't be one of those. Because there's a lot of people so ready on earth to go behind bars or heaven. That's a matter of fact. Okay? And do not support any of those stupid I mean, stupid rumbling people. Need to go to bed, boy. Rumbling people like wasps, stinging to officers. Let them do their job. They're going out there for the people who done wrong things. Okay, you don't know who they're going from. I mean, who they're going for because they already have lists. You know, bro. Agents are not stupid. The agents are not stupid. Yo, they're just not gonna pick random John Doe. They know who they're going for. And if you're clean and you don't owe anything to nobody and you don't do, bro, if your cousin was, I don't know, a couple years ago and then you started and you throwing, bro, and he's good, doing good, bro, yo, perhaps he's gonna be just like, hey, who are you? That's it. That's it. Just be good, do good. You don't owe anything to nobody. Why will they do something to you, bro? And of course, if you're surrounded by dudes that they do something wrong, and then you're with them in the same car, bro, you're cooked. You're cooked, bro. Just let the agents do their job. Do not try to impede it. Do not try to throw in stones. Bro, there's a lot of ignore the noise, bro. Ignore the fucking noise. You don't need that noise, bro. You have enough problems in your life to get more. You cannot be snooping in people's life. What the hell are you doing? Why is it a benefit to snooping in people's life, bro? Tell me a benefit to start going to somebody else's life and start just putting your nose in there. You already have enough, bro.
Don't you think your neighbor is trying to like? Oh yeah, I see. They're walking out. They're coming in. Look at how many. Look at that booty's hanging. Yo, you know I'm telling you, bro. Let the agents do their job. If you owe them something, you have something that is gonna compromise you. You're cooked, bro. You know better. You shouldn't even start doing stuff like. We have the right person on power, and I'm gonna keep pushing this, bro. I want Donald J. Trump, my president, to be the next president of the United States, 2028. I want in 2028, 2034, and etc. and etc. and etc. Bro, I know there's controversial, political, blah blah blah. That is the same game for the show, bro. We have the right people, okay? And as far as I see, I mean, I don't like few things that he's just there, but I know if you think this is the right thing, we need to support the president because you guys are. He's the president. Shut up, shut up. Just focus on yourself. Get your shit back together. You have a great opportunity. You got you're in the most, bro. They're taking care of you without you knowing it, and you're just like throwing. Ah, I hate it. I'm complaining. I'm in the matrix. Yo, yes, you're in the matrix. Okay, fine. But other than just complaining, japping your mouth, what the hell are you doing just to get out of it? What are you doing? What are you doing to change first your mentality? Because you have a zombie mindset by now. I'm pretty sure. Oh, tomorrow I'm gonna go to work and they're gonna buy my Cheetos and they're gonna come back and want next week with my beach. What? Why? Why? You don't need that hope. Well, you need it. Yes, you tell. Okay, you and me, we're gonna get rich now. You need to get rich with her. If she supports you, she's gonna be there because she does truly admire you and love you because she sees your effort, not financially now, but mentally, morally. With your mentality, it's just gonna motivate her. Like your leader chargers to the enemy in the front line. That motivates you and inspires you to jump next to him to die. So that's the same thing that she's gonna do with you. She's gonna feel motivated. She's gonna support you. And eventually, something goes out with the outcome that she's gonna start feeling like I have power over my man. I do have power. He does as I say. Yo, it's time for her to go. Okay, I know there's memories, and I know, bro. I'm not saying be cold hearted. Look, I had girls that I walked away from them. I don't want to, but I had to. You know, is whether that cooch or my success. I can go back to them, but why will I? Why? Why? When I have already more, when I experience more, I focus on myself. I exclude myself from having access to parties, to having access to girls, from having access to material things when I already as a child did. So I said, okay, well, just think, like the Nickelodeon show, the Neutron Kid, the genius. Think. Okay, you're a child. Okay, fine. What are you experiencing right now? You just ask yourself that, bro. You had limitations. Everybody was throwing you shit. Your teachers, fuck them. Okay, not all of them. They're really good teachers. They really help you and motivate you to keep pushing. Otherwise, you would be somewhere else, perhaps 6 feet underground by now. Um. Okay, then if you did overcome all that crap as a child, now as a teenager, that you're getting here with more stuff, more different ambience, environment, and then you have this girl that she just spunked you, or she did you wrong, and these friends that did you wrong, or these I don't know if you're a sugar mama, because I seen guys and now it's a new trending. It's been for a long time. They're just like bow you down and try to cock you, and then just like you're down, whatever you're down. Okay, just exclude yourself from that. You're gonna genocide a lot of people from your life, bro. And then the patty just came alone with your team. That's it. I mean, it's gonna be repetitive, but the repetitive, hey, look at it. If it's repetitive and becomes monotonous in your mindset, you're stupid and deluded. Because if it's repetitive, why repetitive? Why do I have to repeat? I just don't even want to go to work. Why you want to do that crap, bro? That doesn't even make sense for your age. And I look more stupid doing this for you. But that's the only way that I know. I understand you're gonna understand that. I know that you will learn. You're gonna perhaps I had to remind you. You know, sometimes if you think this is too repetitive to go to work and go home, and it's the same thing that you're gonna do when you're reading your laptop, when you're typing in it, scrolling on it, when you're talking to people, making calls. It's the same repetitive, bro. Do you eat every day? Do you eat? Yes, you eat every day. You go and take a shit in the toilet every day. Is it repetitive? I mean, imagine you cannot, bro. You're gonna implode. But you need to repeat it, right? And then you see the sun going up every morning, right? Because today, a lot of people are not gonna see the sunlight. So you have to feel proud of yourself that God has given you the opportunity to do it. So how about when you see the moonlight, bro? Isn't it pretty? Isn't it pretty? Yo, a lot of you that are just strolling in your mindset, bro. You have zombie mindset. Don't question everything. There's a guy called Andrew Tate. Brother, shut out. Shout out to the brother. He said you had to become perspicacity. Brother Tate says that. And a lot of things I learned from him and a lot of other guys throughout the path. Because there's other guys they come very conservative. Yeah. I love my girl and she cooks for me. And then, bro, they start showing off and flexing their wives and all that stuff. But when they're inside the bedroom, they're like, shut up. And the guy's like, because they're not gonna get the coochie. They're not gonna get the cooch. Oh, I mean, bro, you're single. Exclude yourself from girls. Girls are abundant. There's girls in abundance. And then if you are praying to have a virgin one, bro, in this world is just not the way it is, bro. You always gonna take a girl from somebody. Unless you're like teenager, 14-year-old, 15, and then she sneak out from their parents and you go in pajamas night. Because I've been there. I've been there. And I heard it from, other groups of the families that they say and like bring these things up. Because I used to have a girl that had children. Like, bro, kids, whatever. And then you see these kind of versions of stories where they say like, oh well, I went to pajamas, but I never went to pajamas with my friends. I just snuck somewhere else, bro. You all know that stuff, bro. And that's when the girl she ended up being a mama at early age, bro. That's just so stupid. Think it twice. Stop acting based on your emotions, because acting based on your emotions is gonna screw you. It's gonna screw you so bad that you will remember all the days of your life that you detour yourself from your dreams, that you detour yourself from your achievements, that what is free, that was free, as well as do push-ups to dream, and nobody charge you with that. Rich people play with their minds. Let me tell you, and I'm gonna repeat it. The rich people play with their minds. They have a different mindset other than average people that is just going in a bus. You see a guy with a Lamborghini? Okay, nice, cool car. Fine. Count the seats. There are only two, right? How many seats have a bus? And I know you're seeing these all over social media, but I'm just reminding you. How many seats you see in a bus? You know? So the success is not for everyone. The success is just for those who are willing to charge at the world. If you're willing to charge at the world, guess what, my friend? The world will say, okay, okay, fine, 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 stop attacking me, and then it's gonna give you what you want. And especially if you have the imagination. The imagination is just brought into you. What did you say earlier? That rich people love to play with their minds, right? Imagination. When you imagine, you're innocent. You bring that back, and you're silent because your mind is always working, even though it kind of settles while you're sleeping, which I have to do. When your mind is processing those pictures, which because we project in squares always, is bringing that, let's say, from the back of your head, that the RAM memory, the biological RAM memory is gonna bring to your brain. So you can you kind of see it, but you're not physically seeing it from the eyes. It's just kind of the background, and you're seeing it while you're doing. When you're thinking of something like that lifestyle you want, that girl, that beach, that girl, the money, your family, you are seeing them. Is that not even telling you something? Isn't something special that you're chosen to have? Not because you saw it on Instagram, not because you saw it somewhere else. It's because God is speaking to you. God is merely speaking to you. It's like the throne of God, and then you see the silhouette, and then God is just staring at you, but you cannot see his face or his eye. You just a silhouette in the throne of God. Just imagine it while you're vividly here with me, and then you're sitting in front of him, working in your laptop, working in your phone, in that live that you're doing, excluding and you excluded to the world. You and him only. He's observing you. God is watching you. God is observing every single step, every single word that you're speaking, every single heartbeat. He can feel it. God, he can hear your thoughts. He can read them. He can see through your eyes. And he'll give you the water of eternal life that flows from your dorsal spine, that crystals, that that fluid, that crystals. If you don't believe me, take a look at it. Just Google it. It's there. There's a lot of info for free there to the public. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just saying something that perhaps you're not gonna hear somewhere else, but it's out there to the public. And what is that telling you when I said that? If it's for the public, if it's in the public, listen. I know that's a private jet. That's a private jet flying above because the whistling is not the same of the turbine. That's like a big plane. That's a Gulfstream. You know what? Um, if information is in the public as of now, what I mentioned, what is that telling you? I don't know if you have any idea. I'm gonna tell you why. But if you don't have any idea why, that's why. You know, departments know that the population know a lot of things. Everything got spunked, and everything was shared. Everything was out there to the public. Technically, everything in the governments they got exposed. Okay, that's all it is. And take these videos as entertainment purposes only. Okay, it's described here. That was exposed to people. People consume all the information that we saw, all that drama from politicians, and which is nothing wrong. We are seeing it everywhere. It's there, it's an internet. But what do you think? Why do you think that governments are like, okay, we need to implement more control? It's just there, bro. It is there. We all aware about what happened. All these Epstein files, all this stuff, bro. I'm not a political commentator, bro. I just let I want to do run. I want to run my businesses. But if perhaps in the future, if I reach to that level, yeah, sure, why not? But not now, because I'm growing. I'm building myself. Okay, because you gotta dedicate your life to whatever you do. If you're not willing to dedicate your life, and if you spend like more than 6 months in something that is not producing you, bro, let it go. You need to learn how to let go things, bro. You can't just be trying to wanna be rich and I do. Every single time I gonna bring that up that way. I do. You know, it's kind of scrubbing your hands, rubbing it back and forth. Like if you had a big chain, but you're like, bro, you're walking with ABS other than Jordans or something like that. And it's not about the brand, bro. I don't care. It's not about the brand. Because the more brand that you put in yourself, the only brand that you have to have is is the logo of your brand that you develop. Try to figure out how to develop that. Don't get it out. Don't get it built by AI, bro. Bro, you're gonna get cooked by that. Because if AI made your logo, bro, you're cooked. You are cooked. AI is gonna scan us from down there, bro, and that point is getting while you and me were speaking here. And most of the people are like, "No, everything is fine. I go to the forest." Bullshit. You're gonna get fined if you go to the forest. Some states in America they already passed laws that if you go there, you're gonna get charged for. You're gonna get fined for 100K, something like that. You're not allowed to go to the forest. Is there? How do I know this? Is there? Anyway, enough trolling. This video was in with the intent to remind you that you need to get your shit together. You need to start chasing your money back. You need to offer something to the world. Offer something to the world so reimburse it to you in self glorification. It's called Central. So you're gonna build a Central. You're gonna grow and develop way more. If you want to take a look at the few videos I already put there, perhaps I'm not here to like you, bro. I just don't give a fuck if you like me or not. Okay, I'm here to help you to understand. Okay, and perhaps refresh your CPU that you have above. You need to take all that dust that was just like stuck in that and kind of readjust your motherboard and a little bit of your nuts in there. Okay, your bolts and nuts and get more nuts. and then be prepared to fucking challenge and take a leap of faith to start building yourself, bro. Because your children and grandchildren are depending from that at the end of the line and the other side, you know. But it's not gonna be easy. I just want to make sure you understand. Hmm? It's not going to be easy. It could be, it will be hard, but at the same time, it's not. Okay? But all that depends from you. How bad you want to put your work on there, how good you're gonna perform at it, and how great are you gonna build. You know, focus, strategy, and execution. Those are the things that you need to bring to when you're about to jump in the rodeo. Grab the bull from the horns. Try to grab it. You might lose an eye. You might not. But hey, at least you had the nuts. At least stories are gonna be told from that encounter. So, and life will treat you like shit if you allow it to. I want to remind you that. But if you let other people, when I say lie, it just includes a bunch of motherfuckers. Okay? 'Cause those motherfuckers don't understand what you've been through. Okay? Try to be good, do good to others, help others, and do not open the legs too much. Okay? That's all I can say. You control yourself, control your emotions, control your pantalones. Okay? Don't eat crap and construct discipline, bro. Because you really need it. You really need to understand why are you walking, and perhaps you already asked yourself, what am I here? What am I meant to put? What am I meant to do? What am I supposed to do? You know, most of your uncles, aunties, and parents, they don't ask themselves. I mean, perhaps they pass through their life like, oh yeah, it was cool. Okay, yeah, I remember. I asked myself, but they forget. Do 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 do. Let's go back to make my tea because they had different life. They have more freedom than now. They had different ideologies. Okay, from different era, and everything changes. All these prices are skyrocketing, and nobody wants that. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure I'm leaving right now, bro, because I'm gonna have a couple sleep. I'm gonna sleep a couple hours, and I have to be going somewhere else. Okay, so I'm gonna try to make another live. Perhaps it's gonna be from another place, but hey, just stay focused. Spunk your money. Don't be a dummy, because if you gotta get yourself in higher confidence, bro. The confidence, no, and I saw this, bro. I saw this. I saw this. Yo. Oh man, you wanna hear this? I saw beach, a beach, saying something. I'm gonna help you to get confidence. Call my number. And I'm like, really? How? How are you gonna help me to get confidence? She's gonna give you classes or something? Or she's gonna give you a massage? I'm just trying to understand how these, bro, yo, this wonderland that they live on, bro. Yo, yo, she's screwed. Okay, she's cooked. This wonderland that I'm gonna help you to get you calm the low, bro. This girl, I don't know her name because I just take a look at things and like, oh shit, why will I put my focus on that? Fuck it. But I heard it. You can ask GPT or something, bro. They're gonna bring it all over to you. That she's gonna help you to get you more confident, bro. When I was younger, and I'm not throwing hate here. You're like, okay, fine. I disagree with that. How? I'm gonna explain you how I disagree with this beach. I saw on media because that bitch. I don't even see a point, bro. Why? When I was a when I was a youngster, because I'm gonna claim myself like that. When I was a youngster and I was pounding all the bitches, guess what happened to me? I had confidence and I was deluded because every single time I was just wasting my energy with this, validating my soul. You know, like sticking and dipping, no. Pumping and dumping, no. Yo, I gain weight eventually, and people don't realize that it's just like when you eat, and that's another topic. Just remember this. Let me make a parenthesis here. Follow me on Rumble. My ID or username is Adil Team. Adil Team. That is my username. Rumble.com. That's the platform you're gonna find me there. If not, eventually you're gonna start seeing it. I'm gonna figure out how to pull this, this link to everyone. But I saw this girl, and bro, when I was just smashing too often, bro, I gained weight and I was feeling weak because my body it was it was kind of struggling. Like when you run a marathon, you get exhausted. You just drain your nuts. You squeeze them with a beach. And you like make you spit all that out. That your body. That's your energy, boy. That is your energy. It's not, bro. You don't feel it because, but eventually, okay, you perhaps know this, perhaps not. But I'm here trying to point at that. You're gonna start eating, bro, and you're gonna feel lazy to work out. As long you're gonna be down, boy. You need to take care of your energy because these 304s are trying. I really want them. They put their memes with the guy who's showing masculinity in their arm, and the girl in the memes. You're like, shut up, bitch. You're not gonna have me. My seed is not worth you wasting. So, and once I said that, I want to remind that you are a warrior. You that you are in the other side. You are a warrior already. You know why? You want to know why? Because you beat the hell out of those other sperms in your mama's womb. You are here. You're the one who won that race, that wormy race. Okay, that's how I can interpret it. You already won. You eclosionate inside you. You develop inside that egg, bro. You want it. This is my territory, bitches. Get the fuck out of here. Boom, boom. You apply wing chun and that little other. Hey, please let us develop with you. No, this is my room. Get out of here. That's how it is. It's competition, bro. Even though if you don't want to see it, there's some people that they're not gonna sleep. I don't know if I'm gonna sleep or not, but they're working so hard to make sure that shit gets done. And they retard their family, bro. I'm being realistic, bro. I'm not trolling around. If you don't know any better, just Google it, bro. Watch some videos that on motivation and just like you gotta see people that talk about the same topics, the same ideology, but they're not telling you what to do. They're not telling you how to do it, and they just like trying to detour you and selling you and scamming you with random crap, selling you courses that you already gonna figure out. Like, bro, I already knew that this. If I would have paid attention more, I would have figured out this on my own, other than getting in debt with you for $3,000, $10,000. I don't know. I don't know how much you pay, but and then I start seeing that these actors. Look, I have no contract, and I'm not intending to have contract with nobody. Okay, everything that I post here is for myself. I just don't give a fuck. I don't want nobody's money. What I'm doing, and I'm just like checking, with the CMOs and stuff. I start. One of the guys brought that to my attention. I say, ha, ha, ha. I heard one in the background. They're playing these motherfuckers now digital AI, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Just tell me, please. Can you tell me? They're like, yo, now Tony Robbins, you're a great man. I'm not nothing against you, you know. Okay, I'm just saying. Now this guy is trying to teach us AI, bro. I bet if you Google it or you YouTube it or doing something, you look it up. Yeah, Tony Robbins now he's teaching us how to work with AI, bro. Get the fuck out of here, bro. For real, get the fuck out of here. How is that even possible, bro? It's like asking a dinosaur if he can help me out to put the string into the needle, bro. Like, yo, how? How, yo? How? Tap out, bro. Have you ever seen that, bro? A dinosaur trying to put the string through the needle? And I saw Tony Robbins coming. Bro, my colleagues told me like, bro, that was they were rolling in the floor, laughing their ass off. Okay, fine, disagree, but bro, that it's just like how things got here. It's like that meme, bro. I saw a meme. How things got there. There's a car in a tree. There's a Hamalakaris in the office. There's the donkey, I don't know, stuck somewhere else. Yo, it's just something like that, bro. How in the hell Tony Robbins is teaching us about AI? Yo, answer that, please. Be real. And this is why I'm telling you, have some bro, you rewire your brain, bro. And you like most of the guys you go like, oh yeah, I saw Tony Robbins. Let me go buy the course. Let me go with it. Yeah. And then you just gotta keep scrolling. And then after that, you're just like, oh, get enter to the webinar. Hopefully my life is gonna change after that. No, everything implicates that you have to bust your ass. Hardly and smartly. You need to bust your ass. You need to start selling something. Now. Bro, you need to start doing something now. Seriously. I'm not kidding, bro. AI is gonna scan every single time that you go and take a shit in the toilet. Okay? Bro. I'm just trolling more and more, bro. I have to go. Alright? So if you want to take a look at my videos that I've been just uploading here, unfortunately TikTok does not like the algorithm. Yeah. So I work in technology, bro. I know more about AI than few other guys. I'm not bragging, but I just there's things that I don't get to do anymore because I achieve certain level and I'm just like I don't have that position that it don't require me to start doing things like I used to do before. It's like when you know when you ask for a job and then you start sweeping the floors and then you keep ascending until get the highest position. So that's what's going on with me. But I still go and take a shit in the toilet just like everybody, right? Nothing makes me special. So I'm admitted it, bro. You can't picture it, I don't give a fuck. So you you need to start getting your shit together now. Okay? And I'm gonna keep reminding you with these videos, stay away from fucking trouble. It's not necessary, okay? It's not needed. In these era, nobody got time for that crap. If you need a beach in your life, bro, you don't need validation from that. You don't need validation from your PP. If you're thinking about get a beach because you're too emotional, you better start doing some good things for yourself. Because if you're looking forward to have a beach in your life, that beach has to comply and help you out to grow together, to build an empire. If you're not doing that, and she's not doing that, you are going to be cooked. And then eventually that girl, she started just telling you that she has feelings for something. Of just let that bitch go. Let that fucking bitch go. Don't don't attach to her because at the end point, I mean, I love women. I do love my grannies and my aunties and mama's love and all that. I know they have really good spirit. You know, they always gonna try to take care of you. They're gonna try to participate with you as much as possible, but there's another ones that they don't have different ideology as you know, traditional. They just cap. Those beaches are capping. Those beaches are capping, and generally they're not gonna. They're just like selfish. They're built different way. Remember the Genesis? Who the fuck is Eve? The snake. Then she became a freaking snake. Started seducing Adam, and Adam just like got, you know, he fell for that shit. If that bitch wouldn't even deceive him, we would have teleportation skills, you know, like Goku. And we would be jumping from one panorama to another world, bro. But because of one beach, so we had to get one rib less to give to her. However, I don't know if the story just like that or not, but you know, it's technically what been told. And honestly, it's just, bro, you need to start grinding with the girl or without the girl. You understand your strategies and you need to implement it as soon as possible. I hope this was helpful. Okay. And for a reason you are watching this, for a reason maybe not. But if you're on TikTok or in other platforms, please jump to Rumble and look me up as a Adiel Team. Okay, it's my name with teamwork. I don't know if I have it on TikTok the same way or not, but you're gonna find me like that. Um, you just need to get rich now, bro. Because if you don't, you're gonna get cooked so bad that you're gonna regret the rest of your days. There's gonna be two bands, the rich and the poor. And I don't know. I just need some rest. You guys have a wonderful day, evening, morning, and take care. Stay tuned, and eventually we're gonna grow. Okay, together. We're gonna learn a lot of stuff. So I'm gonna just finish that. Gonna finish TikTok. Uh, finish. All right, and that, and then I'm gonna end it here. You have a good luck, guys. Okay, stay tuned.